Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Gonzalez here today, and I am also with
Mrs. McPhail.
And we are going to talk to you more about place value. Here's our objective. I can compare whole numbers up to the 100,000th place.
Cool beans. All right, we're going to start off with some vocabulary, some words for you to know as we go through this lesson. Number line, which means a line that has numbers on it, and those numbers go in order. Typically, when you look at it, the numbers are going to be smaller on the left and bigger on the right. And another word is going to be comparing symbols. And we've talked about these before, at least in Mrs. McPhail's class, about how they are alligator mouths. And we have greater than, less than, and equal to signs that we use.
And we've also talked about it in Mrs. Gonzalez's class, but we'll show you another technique too as the video goes on.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of techniques up our sleeves today.
How can you tell which number is bigger? We have two numbers. There's one written in orange, 54,129, and one written in purple, 54,629. I want to figure out which of these two numbers is bigger. So here is a list of steps that can help you figure out what to do when you're comparing numbers. Step 1 says stack the numbers so the ones places line up. Stacking means I'm going to put these numbers on top of each other. Now my ones place over here on the right is lined up. So we have our place values going in order from ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, all the way up to the 10,000s place. Now that the numbers are matched, I can go ahead and start comparing them. So I'm going to go to step 2, compare the digits starting with the largest place value on the left. The largest place value on the left is the 10,000s place. The first number, I have 5 10,000s, which makes the number 50,000. And this bottom number, there are also 5 10,000s, which makes the number 50,000. So these two place values are equal. Now, what I need to do is go down to the thousands place, and I'm going to compare these numbers. The top one, I have a 4 in the thousands place, which makes 4,000. And the bottom number, I have a 4 in the thousands place, which is 4,000. So these two place values are once again equal. So I need to travel on down to the hundreds place. In the top number, I have 100. In the bottom number, I have 600s. I now know 600 is more than 100, so the bottom number down here is the number that is greater. I'm going to go on to step 3, use your less than, greater than, equal to symbols to compare the numbers. Now that I know which number is greater, I'm going to move them around so that these numbers are side by side. That's the way you'll see them in your math book or on tests. And we're just going to pick the symbol that goes along with these numbers. If I'm trying to decide which one I need, I want to think about the number that is greater and make sure that the alligator's mouth eats that bigger number. So looking for the one that has an alligator's mouth going towards this number, because that's the number that's greater. That would be this symbol. I'm going to put it right in the middle of these two numbers. Now we can see that alligator's mouth chomping up that bigger number. Time to move on to the next slide.
Okay, now it's time for some practice. So here we go. We have 4 numbers on the board here, and I think just for starters, I'm going to work with some of the even ones. Bring the guy back over here. Oh, that one's not working, so we'll go back over here. So, 25,409, my first number. I'm just going to bring it down here, and I'm going to follow those steps that we were talking about before. So step 1 is that I'm going to stack my two numbers so that I can line up the ones place. And just for the sake of keeping it nice and neat here, I'm going to stack my 26,409 number. All right? Now before, we also learned that you are going to start from your highest place values. So that would be here on the left-hand side. And you can see that we have a 2 in the 10,000 place, and then also another 2 in the 10,000s place. So we know that that's the same number. So we're going to work our way to the right, and we have a 5 in the thousands place value and a 6 in the thousands place value. So we know right there already that 6 is bigger than 5, so 6,000 would be bigger than 5,000. So therefore, I'm going to drag my guys back down here. And I'm going to try that pen again, Mrs. Gonzalez.
All right, hopefully it works this time.
See if it works this time. I don't know. Maybe it's just not feeling, I don't think it's feeling math today, but you know that's okay sometimes.
It's so weird.
I don't get it. Maybe it needs a weekend.
I love math.
I do too.
I don't know what's the matter with this pen.
I don't know either. I mean, come on. But okay, anyway. Point of it being that alligator is going to eat that bigger number. Chomp. So 26,409 is bigger than 25,409. Let's do it really quick with another one.
Sounds great.
Let's try it. 234,987 compared to 243,876. Notice how I stacked them on top of each other, lining up that ones place value, the 7 in the ones place and the 6 in the ones place. We're going to start at the left. The 2's are the same in the hundred thousands place. Oh, and then I have a 3 in the 10,000s and a 4 in the 10,000s. So that tells me that for sure 243,876 is going to be the bigger number. Even though, Mrs. Gonzalez, it looks, if I were to look on the right-hand side on this number, that 987 is definitely bigger than this part. But so it helps to line it up in the ones place. So you can really see each of those digits. So my alligator mouth this time is going to be eating our bigger number, the open side that is. So plop that guy in there just like that. So 243,876 is bigger than or greater than 234,987. Cool beans.
All right.
Let's take a look at the next one. Hey, that is the next one. Just kidding. Let's take a look at this one.
This time we're going to use a number line to help us make some number comparisons. We have a number line up here that starts at 1,110. So that is right, where is that 1,110?
It's hiding.
The mouse isn't working, Mrs. McPhail.
It needs a weekend, I'm telling you.
There we go. There it is. So that is right here on the number line. And this number line is counting by 5s. So we go from 1,110 over to 1,115, 1,120, and so on, all the way down to 1,150. And what we have down below under the number line are some different numbers. Oh, actually, I'm going to grab this one. Way over here, it's hiding. Do you see this teeny, teeny, tiny one?
It is. I made it really, really small so it could be like a Where's Waldo thing.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So I want to take that number and put it on the number line. I want us to think about where would 1,112 fit on this number line. I'm going to bring it down. Oh, sorry, students. There it goes. We're going to bring it down over this way. 1,110. This is 1,112. It's 2 numbers bigger. So I'm going to put it right here in between 1,110 and 1,115.
That looks good.
Now what I want to do is think about that number and how does it relate to the numbers on either side of it. So I have rewritten that 1,112 down here. And I want to think about, how does this compare to 1,110? If I go back up to my number line, I can see that 1,112 is greater than 1,110. It's more than 1,110 because I put it after that number. So I'm going to go down here and get my greater than symbol, which is right there. Oh, and you know what, boys and girls? This one is it is a greater than symbol. A lot of times we see this symbol and think of it as greater than, but notice if 1,112 is greater than 1,110, my alligator mouth should not be pointing towards 1,110. It should be pointing towards 1,112.
That alligator is not getting enough food right now.
It's not.
No.
So I'm going to put it back. Maybe I'll just leave it over here off to the side. And I need to switch symbols. Now when I put that in between, I can see 1,112 is greater, because the alligator's mouth is pointing towards it, it's greater than 1,110. But I could also read this the other way. I could say, hey, wait a minute, this 1,110 is less than 1,112. So it depends on how you're looking at the numbers. So if we think about this the other way, if we think about it down here, we've switched it around. So now we're comparing 1,115 to 1,112. So here it is up on the number line. There's my 1,112 and my 1,115. I want to think about how do these two numbers relate to one another. I can see on the number line 1,112 is smaller or less than 1,115. So what I'm going to do is go down here and grab a symbol. Let's try this one. And I'm going to put it in between. Now 1,112 is less than 1,115, or I can read it the other way. 1,115 is greater than, because the open mouth is this way, greater than 1,112. So sometimes when we put numbers up here on a number line, it can help us think about, how does it compare to the numbers around it? Is it less than or is it greater than the numbers that are close to it? And I think that we have come to the end of our presentation.
Hey, that's all we got.
All right.
Yeah, that was good. So once again, if you want to rewatch any of this, go for it. That's what it's here for. Otherwise, go check out the quiz, and good job, you guys. We'll see you later.